What is up, party people? It is good to be back and with some content that is going to be new for all of us. I, like many others, have been trapped by Diablo 4 for the last 5 weeks, and I gotta say I'm very happy with it. I have been kind of waiting for something to entertain me like this for a long time. I've really put my hours into it. I'm not quite 100. I am still working full time, but I'm 88, almost 89, and today my plan is to get to 100 by the end of tomorrow, probably. But I figured let's jump right back into some content. I really wanted to go over the awesome dev update that they did yesterday, that Blizzard did for D4, and go over some of the really exciting changes that are coming with season 1, especially because it's so fresh. And I did spend a little bit of time kind of explaining it to my buddies that are playing as well, and so I feel like I kind of have a good grasp on what's coming. So why not bring the same information to you and make sure that we're all on the same page in terms of getting excited for season 1 of Diablo 4. So at the very base of everything, a lot of what they originally announced with seasons has changed for the better. It is so apparent to me now that they are listening to feedback from fans and from people that legitimately had concerns with seasons, and now they are going to be releasing something more towards what we were hoping for. A couple of big things to note. You will be able to skip the campaign with your seasonal character, with your new season as well. With your new seasonal character, all of your altars of Lilith as well as your areas discovered, meaning the fog of war on the map, will be cleared. My favorite bit of info for this is that it will be cleared for all of your alts, seasonal or not. So when you log in on the 18th, when that patch drops, the season starts on the 20th of July. The patch for it will release on the 18th. You can log into the character you've done everything on. If you're like me, you probably have one where all the renown is finished, and that character's renown track will be shared with every alt you have, seasonal or not. This is fantastic news. I get really sick of getting on an alt and having to rediscover everything. I have the waypoints, I see them on the map, but I can't get to them or see where they are. I can't see the dungeons. I can't see anything. That's gone. You will also be starting every new character, every seasonal character, I should say, with at bare minimum the first, if you've done all of the areas discovered in the Lilith statues, you will have the first 2 tiers of renown done. So every character you make will start with 5 talent points, 5 talent points from level 1, as well as all the altars already received. So this is huge. Not to mention you also have all the extra health potions. So this is fantastic. I would absolutely recommend you finish your renown track and finish the campaign before the season releases on the 20th. These are going to be the two most important things before you actually jump into the season. Few other things that are coming, which I'm really excited about. New legendary aspects as well as new uniques are coming, and that's not just for seasonal, that's for the Eternal Realm as well. One really good piece of information they gave during the dev update is that a lot of what they're doing is also going to be able to be done on the Eternal Realm. So I think that's massive. I think there was some worry that these characters we work so hard on are just kind of fall to the wayside, but as it turns out, that may not be the case. Looks like they are considering that right up front. Another thing to consider with that too is that there are certain things that will be seasonal only. There's going to be a seasonal track where you complete objectives and different things like that for favor, which goes towards the battle pass. The seasonal track itself looks cool. It's easy. I saw some different challenges in there, like complete a cellar, stuff like that. But you will get additional rewards for completing the seasonal track. However, you'll also only be able to use and have the battle pass in a seasonal character or on a seasonal character. Now, the cosmetic armor that you can unlock by purchasing the premium battle pass, all of that will of course also be able to be used by your non-seasonal characters. So that goes to the Eternal Realm, everything like that. Everything you do on seasonal does unlock for Eternal, such as the new legendary aspects. You can get them on both, but if you go through the track and unlock them on your seasonal character, you do not have to do it again on Eternal. They will automatically be in your Codex of Power once you unlock them. So that's awesome. We're also getting new story content post-campaign in the seasonal realm. So this is going to include what they're calling Malignant. Obviously, this is the season of the Malignant. What these Malignant things are is they're going to be a random chance for something in the wild, for a creature or an elite you're fighting to be malignant. If you kill it, his malignant heart will fall on the ground, where you can start a ritual. This ritual will then spawn a tougher malignant elite. If you're able to kill this elite as well as the mini mobs that are going to come with it, you can actually capture their heart for a certain color-coded sort of socket called a malignant. There are 32 malignant powers coming with this. You're also going to have the ability to do what's called a malignant cave, where you actually go in and it will automatically have a malignant in there. It's the same idea. You kill it, you start the ritual, you kill that. But this is a way for you to guarantee that you can get a malignant drop. I believe they're random spawns. It didn't go into a whole lot of detail about them, but that will be another way for you to unlock the malignant powers. What this is going to do, and this is a direct quote from Tim, the developer, his mouth, is you can now make even more combinations of just stupid OP builds. I'm really excited for this. This is what seasons should be about. They've made a really good point during this to say that, like, yes, it'd be cool to add this to main game, but it would be so dense, and you would have to be so much more incremental if you didn't do it in a season format. So what this is going to mean is this season, for instance, we're going to be able to mess around and use these malignant, essentially gem sockets, but they're better than gems. They're brand new powers on top of aspects, on top of gems, on top of your build, that are just going to change how you play and how everything synergizes. There's 4 different colors that you can get, and there's 3 different there's 3 different colors, but there's 4 different types of malignant powers you can get, or malignant sockets you can get. I believe it's red, green, and yellow. I could be wrong about that. A lot of RNG farming coming with that, which take it or leave it, but for me that's fine. Half this game has been farming and I've had no problem with it. My build, as you'll see in my later barbarian video, has fallen together quite nicely. So one of my favorite parts of the battle pass that I was learning about today is the smoldering ashes. These smoldering ashes are going to be unlocked through the battle pass, which by that I mean the free battle pass. All of the worthwhile shit from the battle pass is on the free track. The only thing you're getting from paying for premium is cosmetic. That was made very clear during this dev update, and I think that's how it should be. I'll be buying the premium battle pass because I like transmogs, so for me it works. And actually I think I already own it anyway because I bought the ultimate edition, so nothing to worry about there. But that being said, these smoldering ashes can be used to unlock ranks of certain I'll say upgrades to the game, and they are account wide. So every character you make in that realm will be able to use the same thing. That means seasonal realm, just so you know. But these are going to look like this. So there are 5 right now. There are the Urn of Aggression, boost to XP earned from monster kills. So each, let's say this first one here, your first upgrade to it gives you 3% increased XP from monster kills. That alone is fantastic, especially that is a very ult friendly thing right there. I love that Blizz is moving to a more ult friendly environment. I've said it for a long time. This is just heading in the right direction. We also have the Urn of Bargaining, boost to the amount of gold earned from vendor sales. If you're somebody who's just running nightmare after nightmare after nightmare after nightmare, and you're just selling everything like me, I am at this point selling anything that isn't legendary, and I'm pooling money. At this point, I think I have 40 million gold, and I'm just fine with that. But this is going to help people that maybe need more money. You know, you can 5% extra gold from vendor sales for the first tier. Each one of these has 4 tiers. We can assume that's going to take us to 20% increased vendor sale gold. As well as with the monster kills, we can assume that that's going to take us to 12% increased XP from monsters if it still scales up like that. So that's awesome. The next one is Urn of Reclamation. Boost the chance of rare materials dropping from salvage. So I know this is a lot of people have this issue, I think, where it just feels like you're not getting enough materials. Like 1 material for every year kind of sucks. So this has a chance to get more. First tier is 10%. If we're assuming that's going the same track for the entire way, potentially another 40% chance per salvaged item. So that's really good. Again, for the nightmare pushers that are just constantly salvaging legendaries, you get even more out of this. Urn of Prolonging is really cool in my opinion. It boosts the duration of all elixirs that you're using. Or that you use. So for me, this is cool because it's essentially just making that XP boost last a little bit longer, so you don't have to keep using them and keep popping them every 3 or 4 nightmares. The first tier of this one is a 15% increase to the duration of it. Again, if we're assuming it's going that path, probably 60% at the end. That's massive. You know, so you know, you could probably expect to look at close to an hour for one of these elixirs at the end of that. And then you have the Urn of Malignance. It's a boost to the chance of a powerful malignant heart drop. That's exactly that malignant thing I was talking about. Hearts drop after completing the campaign. It does say that on there. That is something that we already talked about. You have an additional 5% per level on this one, so up to an additional 20% of the chance of a powerful malignant heart drop. Now, this is obviously something that I have no idea what that means quite yet. Obviously, I have a small idea of what it means, but we'll know more about that on the 20th when everything comes. And that's really exciting. I think all of that is really good. That's just one extra thing that they're adding in on top of everything else. I'm excited to see the new storyline stuff as well. I'm really happy with everything that they had clarified during this event. I'm happy to hear how much they talked about listening to fan response and player base, and how things have changed based on what's good. We all know how good 103 was, with the fact that every basic attack got buffed, nobody got nerfed. We can now teleport to nightmare dungeons. This is all W, massive W in my opinion. Yes, there's some things missing, but this game has been out for 5 weeks, and they made a really good point to talk about that in their dev update. It's been 5 weeks. This is a live service game, and there have been so many good patches and updates, so many things that have been broken and then fixed. This launch has been phenomenal in my opinion. Yes, there's bugs. Yes, there's problems, but who gives a shit when the game is as fun as it is? I'm absolutely enjoying this game. It's been a massive win for me. To the point that I have not played a single other game. I've tried, and I cannot play any other game except for Diablo right now. So we are shifting gears. Chris Casually will be talking about Diablo for some time. I will eventually go back to WoW. I know I will. I always do. But for now, I can only handle one thing at a time, and unfortunately for some of you maybe, Diablo is the only thing on my mind. So look out for more Diablo videos. I'm going to release a barbarian build video today for what I've been running through endgame. It has been a fantastic experience for me, and I hope to share it with you, share how I got to where I was and what it took, you know, maybe even time-wise, to get the gear exactly where it is now. Otherwise, thanks for joining me again. Good luck out there in Sanctuary. Kill the demons for me. I'll see you next time. Bye.